welcome you to English Debate 2022. The topic being debated is running versus walking. Seated on my right, representing the government are the first speaker is Adam bin Muhammad Nur Faisal. The second speaker is Vince Osmond. The third speaker is Ahmad Tarmizi bin Hamzah. Next, seated on my left, representing the non-government, the first speaker is Jenny Melain. The second speaker is Dayan Dadiha bin Abang Johani. And the third speaker is Muhammad Nur Ahmad. I, Monica, is your speaker, and the visa below is your timekeeper. Each debater will have 4 minutes to deliver his or her remarks. Then, I would like to tell the regulation of this competition. In this debate, for the substantive speech, the timekeeper will knock at one time to show that point of information can be delivered. The timekeeper will knock once at 6 minutes to show that time for point of information is over. The timekeeper will knock twice at 7 minutes. The timekeeper will knock continuously to show that the time is over. And further explanation will be penalized. For the required speech, the timekeeper will knock twice at 4 minutes. Finally, the timekeeper will knock continuously to show that the time is over. The debate will start now.
Good evening to the respected speaker, also timekeeper, honorable judges, members of the opposite team, and members on the floor. Before I put forward my case today, I would like to define today's motion. This House believes that walking has more beneficial than running. According to the Oxford Dictionary, walking means is to move or go somewhere by putting one foot in front of the other on the ground, but without running. In short, our motion today is defined as walking is one of the metaphors to go from one place to another with benefits without running. Tonight, I, as the first speaker of the government, will present the first argument. Government strongly believes that the motion walking has more beneficial than running. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the hall, as a person that likes to walk around not just for fun, but I have able to see new places that I have never seen myself before this. At the same time, I was doing a light exercise for myself. A few years ago, I've walked more than 100,000 steps in less than 6 months and lost a lot of weight. Because of this, I have to agree with the motion. Walking has more beneficial than running. This because walking is not complicated at all. And it's a low impact activity that everyone can do it. I can do it, everyone can do it. And you do not need a particular skill for walking. Because we have mastered walking since we were little kids, since we were young. You do not need a particular skill, like I said, for walking. As for running, you need to practice yourself because for running, you have a lot of skills that you have to master as well. If you have a really bad tactics on running, there's a high chance you might injure yourself. Not only walking is another method of transportation from one place to another by foot, but at the same time, you are doing cardio exercises without even notice. Plus, you don't need to use a lot of energy, which is not the case for running, as it depends on someone's stamina and could injure yourself very, very easily, such as pain and inflammation in the muscle and tendons around your knees. Therefore, as a conclusion, we, the government, strongly agree that walking has more beneficial than running. Thank you.
Thank you for the point given from the first speaker from the government. Next, we will place the first speaker of opposition speaker to give her point.
Thank you, Speaker. Good evening to our most honorable speakers, punctual timekeeper, righteous judges, respected fellow debaters, which is the opposite team, and all audience. Behalf on the opposition team, the non-government team, I'd like to highlight my first point that running has myriad of advantages than walking. Before I point out my point, let me explain to you what is running. Running is a long distance exercise that require more energy but can burn more calories than walking. People could achieve maximum benefits through running than walking. Dear audience, running a high impact activity that should be practiced more in lifetime. Rather than walking, running is the best way to achieve a healthier life if implemented in daily living. In fact, running could help harden the bones so that when people getting older, they could prevent themselves from getting bone fractures or bone loss. Other than that, walking and running both need equipments such as exercise shoes, but running shoes are lighter than regular shoes. Okay, especially walking shoes which are heavier. In this condition, the shoe by itself could help people to run more freely and flexible. People that prefer to lose their weight more efficiently should choose running than walking due to its myriad benefits. Overall, beyond the shadow of a doubt, we, the non-government team, would like to highlight that running is better than just walking to enhance our body health. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to our first speaker of the opposition team. Now, it is time for second speaker of government team to give his point.
Thank you for the opportunity given. Good evening to the respected speaker, cautious timekeeper, honorable judges, members of the opposite team, and member of the club. Ladies and gentlemen, walking can provide a lot of the same benefits of running, but running burns nearly double the number of calories as walking. If you are new to exercise or are not able to run, walking can still help you get in shape. Walking is good for those who have not done any exercise in a while. Walking is accessible for nearly all fitness levels. It can boost your heart and give more energy overall. Running is a great way to get in shape and lose weight. But It is a high impact exercise. High impact workout can be harder on your body than low impact exercise like walking. Running may lead to common overuse injury such as stress fracture and shin split. In fact, runners have a much higher risk for exercise-related injury than walkers. Scientists have done research that walking can lower your risk of diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure as much as running. They measured exercise by time, not distance. That's all from me. That's
Interesting point from the second debater. Thank you for the point given from the second debaters from the government team. Next, I will praise the second speaker of the opposition team to give our
Good evening to our respectful speaker and our lovable audience. I, the second speaker of the opposition team, will continue the debate by pointing out on the benefits of running. Running is undeniably has the risk of injury, but it doesn't mean that walking doesn't come with consequences. I believe that running exercise will provide tremendous benefits and lead to a much better result for humans' body. Why? Because there is a study shown by the American College of Sports Medicine position statement on exercise proclaims that the more you do or the harder you do it, the more benefit you accrue. Meaning that running is as healthy as walking, but with more guaranteed advantages. American College Sports Medicine, or we may call it ACSM, also has a report that clearly states health benefits are achieved by minimal level of physical activity, but high-impact exercise like running, which involves higher intensity, will allow supplementary of benefits. For instance, individuals who ran more than 50 miles per week had significantly greater decreases in body fat and the risk of coronary heart disease than individuals who ran less than 10 miles per week. It is not necessary for beginners to choose running as primary routine exercise, but in my utmost honest opinion, running is much more efficient for the ones that counts in the benefits. How running can be impactful in our health is according to our body mechanism. But sooner or later, benefits will be gained, and of course, it will boost up our immunity. I think that's all from me. Once again, on behalf of the opposition team, we are pointing out that running are packed with a whole lot of benefits than walking. Thank you.
thank you to our second debater for opposition team. Now, I will take the third debater from government team to give this.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to the respected speakers, coaches, timekeepers, honorable judges, member of the opposite team and member of the floor. As the Prime Minister of Indonesia, the debaters, three from the government side, I'm Ahmad Tarmizi will present that walking is much better than running. Walking, you can walking slow and you can walking speed. Okay? As the debaters two Dayang from the non-government side says, running is much better to our bodies. So, why does that mean? So, on my side, walking is much better than running because it reduces our injuries. Yes, if we do more, get more benefits from that, right? Okay. From my first point is walking at the brisk pace, usually 3 miles per hour or greater. Your heart rate is elevated during speed walking. You can burn more calories this way than walking at your usual pace. As long like power walking is usually considered from 3 miles per hour to 5 miles per hour. But some power walking can reach speed of 7 to 10 miles per hour. Power walking burns a similar number of calories as running. For example, power walking at 4.5 miles per hour for 1 hour would burn the same as jogging at 4.5 miles per hour for 1 hour. So, like our debaters too from the governments, Diane says, high effects, high risk can bring more high benefits. Yes, that's good, but running will cause more injuries to our friend. But that's a fact. You need to train yourself more and more and more. Yeah, but walking since your early age, like 1 or 2 age, from the baby side, you can walk around, you can see the environment, yes. But jogging or running, you will run straight, you will see it's a straight line. But in walking, you can see around, release the stress, whatever you want to do, right? That's a fact. So walking, you can talk with your friend, but running, can you? Now, that's my point. That's a fact. One more fact is, from our debaters one says, running can burn more calories. Yeah, but at a short time. Running can cause our lungs to be a shortness of breathing. Right, that's a fact. But walking, you can walk straight 2 hours. You can walk straight to the mountains, but running can. Because running will give your lungs some exhaustion. Right. That's a fact. So, yeah, I'm the debaters 3 from the government side. You still to say walking is much better than running. From the point of the view of the non-government side, they don't even talk, they don't even defend him or herself. Okay, that's all for me. Thanks for giving me a chance to speak. That's all.
Such an interesting and solid argument, right? From the third speaker of the government team. Now, this is the chance for third debaters from non-government speakers to give this argument.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening to our speaker, honorable member of the government team, and all members. Firstly, I'd like to interject a little and happy said by the representative of the government. It is true, when we run, it will give us high effect. to get injured. However, I would like to refute that argument because it happens when a person does a workout before starting a run. This is actually one of the causes of an individual injury. If a person works out before running, it will facilitate movement and reduce the risk of the cramp. This will help in reducing the risk of more serious injury. Referring to the argument of the third party of the government earlier, where it was that the power walking at a speed of 4.5 mph for 1 hour. For me, someone who wants to quickly lose weight or burn fat in the body should run. In addition, those who practice an unbalanced diet should run so that the diet can be replaced by burning the fat and thus avoid the risk of obesity. Compared to walking, when we run, we will be able to burn more calories because we need a lot of energy when we run compared to walking, which only needs to burn calories at a low level. That's all the arguments I want to present. Once again, I would like to emphasize that running is better than walking. That's all for me. Thank you.
Also, powerful point and argument from the third speaker of non-government team just now. Now, I will give time for all of you to find point for your argument, and the time will be given updated. Time's up. Now, I will please the opposition group to give their argument about what that you all have discussed just now. Thank you, speaker. Based on the arguments, it is no doubt that running is more beneficial than walking. For people who prefer to achieve their healthy goals should choose running rather than walking. It is due to that running could help people to be healthier in a short period of time than walking. That's all from us. Thank you. Thank you from the opposition group. Next, The government group will give their argument about the point from opposition group.
Thanks, Hans. From the best on our discussion, walking versus running. We can say walking is long risk of impacts. You can do it more longer than running should be. Alright? So walking is just much same beneficial like running. But you can do it whatever you want. Right? For the best on our point, walking is more benefits. It has a low risk and can burn more calories time by time. It can boost our immunity systems and low risk of impacts and low risk like diabetes, asthma, as much like running. And that's all for our conclusions. Thanks for giving me time.
Thank you to all of you, especially to our debaters, timekeepers, and all audience tonight. Tonight, our debate has been concluded. Thank you once again.